This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Good morning and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Monday, January 31. Welcome back. In Squiz Kids Today, Ash Barty's big weekend, Indonesia's sinking city, cloudy with a chance of iguanas, and the black diamond from outer space. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
44 years. That's how long it's been since an Aussie woman won the Australian Open tennis tournament. And the woman who broke the 40-year drought on the weekend was none other than the remarkable Ash Barty, fighting off a determined opponent in American Danielle Collins to win in a two-set thriller on Saturday night that set the country alight. Ash, who began her tennis career on a court as a kid in Ipswich, west of Brisbane, became the first Australian woman since 1978 to claim the prestigious title and trophy. Among the capacity crowd at Melbourne's Rod Laver Arena to cheer Ash on were Sydney Olympic gold medal winning athlete Cathy Freeman and one-time Australian women's tennis champion Yvonne Goolagong, both of whom, like Ash, are proud Indigenous women. Describing her victory as a dream come true, Ash kept it real after the match, saying her young nieces and nephew, Lucy, Liv and Oscar, were her North Star, helping to keep her feet on the ground and reminding her daily what was important in life, namely family. What a champ. Now, speaking of champs, fellow Aussies Nick Kyrgios and Thanasi Kokkinakis concluded a dream run at the Australian Open on Saturday night, claiming the championship men's doubles trophy after a tightly fought match against fellow Aussies Matt Ebden and Max Purcell. So, a good weekend for Aussie tennis, all things considered.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Indonesia, our near neighbour to the north, where the capital city, Jakarta, is sinking. Yes, you heard right. Jakarta, a mega city that is home to 31 million Indonesians, that's more people in one single city than the entire population of Australia, has been slowly sinking for the past 7 years. And so the government there has decided to create a new capital in another part of the country. Imagine relocating an entire city. Wowzers. The Indonesian government has decided the new capital will be a place called Nusantara on the island of Borneo. So, why is Jakarta sinking, I hear you ask? Because no fewer than 13 rivers flow through the city, meaning the land it's built on is very swampy. Hot tip for any budding engineers out there, don't build on a swamp.
Spaced out.
A billion-year-old black diamond from outer space that is about to go on sale down here on Earth is expected to sell for more than $7 million. That's a lot to process, so let me break it down. This particular diamond, which scientists believe was created when a meteorite or asteroid crashed to Earth, was probably formed around 3 billion years ago and contains trace amounts of nitrogen and hydrogen. Called the Enigma, it has a bit of a 5 theme running through it. It has 55 facets or faces and weighs just over 555 carats. That's carats, C-A-R-A-T-S, the unit of measurement used for gemstones like diamonds, not carrots, the vegetable you push around on your plate at dinner time. The auction house selling it reckons someone will pay at least $7 million for the black diamond, which is fine and well, but where would you wear it? There's a link in today's episode notes to photos of the stone, which, as you'll see, would look ridiculous as a diamond ring or necklace.
Animal Kingdom.
As the east coast of America shivered yesterday in blizzard conditions, the good folk of Florida, down in the country's south, had to contend with a weather phenomenon all their very own. Cloudy with a chance of falling iguanas. Iguanas are great big lizards that climb and live in trees. They're cold-blooded like lots of reptiles, but living in Florida, which is closer to the equator than other US states and therefore usually pretty warm, that's not a problem for iguanas. But with freezing temperatures stretching all the way down into Florida this weekend, weather forecasters are warning people to beware of iguanas falling from the sky. When the temperature drops down towards zero, the iguanas are temporarily paralysed and fall out of trees. They thaw out though once they hit the ground and when the weather warms up. That's one industrial strength umbrella you'd need for that weather event.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. What's the name of Indonesia's sinking capital city? That's right, it's Jakarta. Question number 2. What's the unit of measurement for diamonds? Yeah, it's carats. Question number 3. What's the name of the Aussie women's tennis player who won this year's singles title at the Australian Open? You got it, it's Ash Barty.
Shout-outs.
It's January 31, birthday for pop singer Justin Timberlake, former Governor of New South Wales Lachlan Macquarie, and masked singer-judge Jackie O. What a trio. Over the next couple of days, we're going to be giving a lot of belated birthday shout-outs to those kids who celebrated birthdays during the school holidays just gone. So if that was you, make sure you keep listening all this week. Belated birthday shout-outs today go to Will from Barnawatha, Alex and Summer from Marayong, Stuart from Canterbury, Sammy from Abbotsford, Spencer from Mauriac, Eraf from Cranbourne, Julian from Seaforth, and Julian from Albany Creek, Francis from Fawkner, and Josephine from Brisbane. And a special shout out for 2 brand new Squiz Kids, both born over the break to members of our Squiz team. Annie and Evie, welcome to the world. And classroom shout-outs today are belated from the end of last year, and they go to Class 4A at the Illawarra Grammar School in Wollongong, Class 5D and Mr Descent at Excelsior Public School, and Class 4SA at Panania School. Finally, shout-outs to the classes at Abbotsford Public School, Stockton Public School and Springwood Central School, who have all signed up as fully fledged Squiz Kids for Schools members. We're thrilled to have you on board. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout-out, or if you're after a classroom shout-out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au. Well, that's all we have time for on this first podcast back for the year. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.